Rising expenses are squeezing budgets everywhere, leaving a lot of us scrolling late at night, searching for a way to make a little extra cash. But traditional side hustles often have high barriers. Freelancing requires a marketable skill you might not have developed yet, and starting a small business demands upfront capital you cannot afford to risk. Micro job apps provide a different entry point. They allow you to earn small, real amounts of money directly from your phone in your free time, requiring no upfront investment and no specialized training. The math behind these platforms often looks very different from the marketing. While you'll see claims of making thousands of rupees a day, the reality involves small micro payouts and strict minimum balances that must be met before you withdraw. Since these apps are free to join, the real risk is your time. Choosing the wrong platform can lead to wasting hundreds of hours on low-paying tasks and giving up before you ever reach that payout threshold. Earning a consistent payout requires matching the specific mechanics of an app to the pockets of free time already built into your daily routine. Grouping all microjobs into one category makes it harder to see their actual value. To make this work, you have to understand the different task types and decide exactly how much effort you are willing to trade. We can evaluate these options using a simple framework. The horizontal axis measures active daily effort. The vertical axis tracks realistic monthly earning potential. We start in the lower left with Category 1, surveys and opinion tasks, including Google Opinion Rewards, TaskBucks, and ySense. The active input required here is minimal. You trade short bursts of time to answer questionnaires about your shopping habits or demographic profile. Consistent users can expect to pull in anywhere from 200 to 5,000 rupees a month. Keep in mind, platforms like ySense and TaskBucks often pay out in US dollars or store gift cards rather than direct cash. The major catch for users is consistency. You will frequently spend 5 minutes answering screening questions, only to be disqualified for not fitting the brand's specific profile. Surveys offer the lowest barrier to entry, but that high disqualification rate makes them too unpredictable to rely on for steady daily earnings. Moving up the chart, we hit Category 2, structured microtasks. This covers platforms like Toloka, Clickworker, and TaskBucks. Instead of sharing opinions, you are doing digital legwork. This requires dedicating uninterrupted blocks of focus to tasks like AI data labeling, categorizing images, or verifying records. Because the work is tied to specific project needs, the pay is more predictable. Depending on your speed and volume, you can reliably generate between 500 and 5,000 rupees a month. The trade-off is mental fatigue. The tasks can get tedious, and global platforms like Clickworker often require you to pass unpaid qualification tests before you can access the paying jobs. If you want a guaranteed return for the exact hours you put in, structured tasks offer better predictability than surveys. You are trading mental energy for a consistent payout. Pushing into the top right, we find Category 3, social commerce and referrals. Apps like Meesho, Gromo, and Zokera live here. The effort required shifts from solo screen tapping to active networking. Your primary job here is to turn your existing WhatsApp groups and Instagram audience into a paying customer base. Platforms like Meesho allow you to sell from a massive physical retail inventory. You add your margin, share the link, and the app handles payment and shipping. You never touch the product. This category offers the highest earning tier. Depending on your sales commissions, earnings scale from 1,000 rupees to well over 20,000 rupees a month. This category requires a lot of active salesmanship. If you over-promote products, you run the risk of alienating your friends and family. This category functions more like a zero-capital digital business than a simple task app. It rewards active hustle over idle time. Finally, we drop down to Category 4, passive and lifestyle optimizers. These include tools like CashKaro, Cred, and Pawns.app. The input here is very minimal once set up. You either run bandwidth-sharing software actively in the background or route routine bill payments and online shopping through partner portals. The result is a slow accumulation of passive cash, usually around 500 to 3,000 rupees a month, or an assortment of reward points. The trade-off here is part of the model. You spend your own money upfront to trigger a cashback reward, or accept slow generation rates for sharing your background data. These are financial efficiency tools, best used to recover a little value from purchases and internet usage you are already paying for. To make this effective, you should limit yourself to exactly 2 apps. Spreading yourself across too many platforms dilutes your effort, making it harder to hit the minimum withdrawal limits. Your 2-app portfolio depends on identifying your most abundant daily asset. If you're a time-rich student with unpredictable gaps between classes, follow the path to low-friction options. Pair Google Opinion Rewards for instant credit with SwagBucks for longer survey sessions. If you are a homemaker or a creator with an engaged community, your best asset is your network. Your portfolio should leverage that influence with social platforms like Meesho or Zocara. If you have a 45-minute train ride every day, that commute is your asset. Use that dedicated, quiet time to knock out structured tasks on Toloka. If you have no free time but handle household purchasing, map your portfolio to passive optimizers. Run pawns.app in the background and route every purchase through CashKaro. Selecting apps that naturally overlap with your existing daily habits is the only way to generate a consistent payout. When it's time to withdraw, legitimate platforms in India process payments through UPI and direct bank transfers, linking your digital earnings straight to your daily spending. Those transfers leave a record. The rupees you earn through these platforms are legally considered taxable income in India and must be reported in your annual returns. Before you grant any app access to your phone or banking details, run it through a safety check. Read the recent App Store reviews, specifically looking for genuine payment proof rather than general claims. Pay attention to the 2 biggest red flags. First, if a platform demands any kind of upfront activation or registration fee, walk away. Second, be skeptical of apps guaranteeing thousands in daily earnings for minimal work. Microjob apps can provide helpful financial padding. However, they require disciplined, targeted use. Pick your 2 apps, stick to your routine, and treat them as a tool to optimize your spare minutes.